Hey guys, how you doing? This is Rich from Rich to Be Live, and we're going to take a look at the markets live. You can see the Dow Jones is now in the green, S&P 500 is now in the green, and NASDAQ is now in the green after being in the red early on. Global Dow is in the red, and the gold is in the red. Oil is also in the green. So I actually haven't made any trades this week. Just feels like it's been... I don't know. It's been a tough week. So, been a tough week to get started in the markets, and we're trying to identify some momentum in these markets. And it's been difficult, when you see the markets going up and down, like, look, we were just green, now we're red. Yeah, I mean, like, everything is so choppy right now. So it's a really difficult time, in my opinion, to trade. This is kind of when you got to really have a plan, right? People don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. And when you see a market that's really choppy going up and down, up and down, up and down, that's when it gets really difficult as a trader. Now, here's one of my top trades, Apple. I've been talking to you guys about them all year, and they haven't disappointed. If we go to the first 6 months of the year, you'll see that they've produced well. Look at this. From 232 all the way to 355. I mean, this is one of the biggest, best companies in the world, and they have not disappointed. Here's Google, 1,400. You can see that in March, when everything dropped, it was at $1,000. It's now risen to 1,400. It's obviously a very powerful company, right? So we're going to take a look at some of the stocks that we've been watching very carefully that have been doing extremely well and now all of a sudden are giving back some of their gains. This is Baby. I brought you guys this at 30 cents. You could see this, obviously a huge success story. Has gone, let's take a look at trend line here, all the way from 30 cents to, this is not correct, hold on. There we go. So you can see this made a ridiculous move. It goes 6 months. 37 cents all the way to 30 cents to 297, just about 1,000% gain. %1,000% gain for the stock. So big move here on Baby, and hope you guys were selling up here, and it's definitely consolidated. It came down today to 182 range, which was the low, and it's come back up to $2. So I haven't bought it yet. I have flipped this multiple times, obviously at much lower levels, and now this big run up, I thought it was nice. I thought it was a great selling opportunity, but I didn't buy it. I wasn't going to buy this, but definitely one that I'm watching, and if I can position myself cheap, I definitely wouldn't mind getting in on this. Now, another one that I've been talking to you guys about that's doing extremely well is HYSR. HYSR is up 42% today. Brought you guys this pick at a penny. Shout out to Johan for this pick. Brought it at a penny. It went all the way up to 6 cents. Came back down to 3, and it's back to 5. So, been an amazing day trading play for a lot of members. Congratulations for everybody on this pick. It's done extremely well. Now, let's take a look at the markets. See what are the top gainers. ALPN. Alpine Immunity, ALPN, is currently up 112%. One of the big plays of the day today, ALPN. And AEMD, one that I've actually brought you before, AEMD, having a big day today, now up 100% at $2.83. So some of these stocks have made big moves. This one is high as 373 today and really come back from its highs. So there's a big candle. You can see this thing just shot up like bonkers. Shot up, hit its high of the day, and it's come right back down. Typically, these big candles are going to retrace 50%. So when you see these huge candles explode, a lot of times you can expect it to come back at least 50%, and that's exactly what it's done. So you don't want to chase these things when they're up in the green. You want to watch stocks, you want to date stocks, and you want to be able to identify a great entry point. You want to buy low and you want to sell high. That's how you want to trade stocks. Usman, you smashed the like button? Thanks, bro. Appreciate you, man. Let's go DN. Is Delta 9 having a nice day? Wow, as you can see, AEMD is screaming up right now. 117%, 119%. Let's take a look at Delta 9, see if they're doing anything. Oh, they're at 54 cents. It was at 48 a few days ago, and I told you guys it was a buy, and now it's back to 54. So I really like this company. I think the upside and the potential is tremendous. If you guys have any other picks you want me to look at, please let me know so we can look at them right now while we are live. In the meantime, I'm going to take a look at some of my other favorite stocks. Let's take a look at Amazon, everybody's favorite stock. $2,600 a share, guys. Just look at the one-year chart. You can see if you got into this at the bottom in March when the market crashed at 1,600, you're up, about $1,000, right? So huge move. If you got in here on the dip, big move up all the way to 2,700 a share. Now we're back to 2,647, an absolute beast. One of my top picks that I told you guys about for 2020, and AMD, I told you guys would be another winner in 2020 when it was under 50. Right now at 54, been as high as 59. Did drop in March like everybody else, down in the 30s. Huge buying opportunity for anyone who got in there. And now we've seen it come all the way back up. So huge, huge, huge pick. AMD has been an absolute beast. And congratulations to everyone who's taken advantage of this move on AMD. What else are we going to look at? Let's take a look at some other picks. Facebook. Always been a big fan of Facebook. Been talking about them for 3 years since we started on our show. They used to be at $100 when we started. Now they're at $233. Another company that had a huge retraction and dip during the crash, down to $137, and they're up like almost $100 since they crashed in March. So anyone that took advantage of these big buys and on these dips when the market crashed has done extremely well because everything has made huge moves back. Everything has had this V shape where it goes down and comes right back up and is higher now than it was before it even crashed. So this is telling me that another market crash is going to come, guys, and I hope it doesn't, but I'm really concerned. I'm not really feeling comfortable buying stocks right now. I'm not going to lie to you, just because they're higher than they were before the first crash. Let's take a look at Visa. Visa at $193. Not quite as high as it was during the first crash. You can see here. First crash was here, 214. Then the crash came here. You can see right here, that was the crash. We'll just put it in red. Right, that was the crash. This is the ceiling. Right, ceiling, floor, all-time high. This is the crash in March, and now this is where we're at right here. So not at the all-time high, but pretty damn close and way higher than where it was when it dipped. So it's just leaving me in a very uncomfortable position as a trader. Where do I buy, right? Where do I position myself? Where do I enter into these stocks? It's tough. It's tough to tell right now, and be honest with you guys, because in my opinion, these markets are very heavily overbought, super overpriced due to stimulus by the Federal Reserve and by every major government in the world. And I just don't know if this is going to be able to maintain itself at these high levels when the world has so much really uncertainty, to be quite frank. We don't really know what's going on. Yo, what's up, Jeff? How you doing? Infinite Possibilities. Thank you guys for joining. MLFB. And guys, if you guys have any picks you want me to look at, please let me know. Now's the time. Major League Food up 326%. Wow. Penny stock MLFB made a big move today, guys. Actually went as high as almost 2 cents. Has retracted now to 008. So yeah, it might be a pick you might want to watch. Thank you for the pick, Jeff. Been as high as 5 cents. Been as low as 001. Very volatile stock. Be careful with this one. But definitely moving right now, that's for sure. Infinite Possibility says, I heard that there are high-frequency computers that buy your shares for less and sell you them for more. Is that true? Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of different technology out there. And that's another reason why these markets are very heavily manipulated. There's a lot of machine buying, computer buying in these markets. So you got to be careful, right? Let's take a look at some cannabis stocks, see if there's anything good happening there. Let's just take a look. All right, well, Canopy Growth is up 1%, nothing major there. Let's take a look at Afria, now on the NASDAQ at 448, up 2.75%. Like, we had a big move with cannabis, like, I guess it was last week, and now everything just disappeared, right? All that momentum's gone, and we just kind of back. So, just a tough time in the markets, guys. I just don't trust this market. I don't trust this market. Like, how can you trust this market? It's just crazy right now. It's up, it's down, it's down, it's up. It's tough. It really is tough, in my opinion, right now to be a trader. Let's look at this. Like, look at these articles. Look at this. Stock market legend who called 3 financial bubbles says this one is the real McCoy. This is crazy stuff. So when you got experts telling everybody that this is a bubble and it's going to burst, you got to think stay in cash and just be careful, because we're dealing in some unprecedented times, historic times, and nobody really knows where anything's going to go. Yeah, and look, people trying to talk about, we're in so much uncertainty. There it is. My confidence is rising quite rapidly that this is, in fact, becoming the 4th real McCoy bubble of my investment career. The great bubbles can go on a long time and inflict a lot of pain, but at least I think we know now that we're in one. And the chutzpah involving in having a bubble at a time of massive economic and financial uncertainty is substantial. So he believes that this is going to crash, and I believe that there's a very good chance there's going to be a crash too. Now, I hope it doesn't happen. But there's a very good chance it will. And when it does, we need to be prepared, and that's why we need to stay in cash right now. This is MasterCard at $303. They've been as high as $347, so not quite at their high. Obviously, they've been much lower than that too when the market crashed. You can see all the way here. Huge market crash. And we've obviously come much higher than that. And you can see where we are right now. So people are like, what's your next pick, Rich? What's your next pick? Like, it's been tough, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Lately, it's been really tough to get you picks because we're in a market with a lot of uncertainty. And I mean, just look at Market Watch. I mean, what do you buy in a market like this? Like, not really going up, not really going down. So what the heck do you buy? Everything is very close to all-time highs. So what goes up could definitely come down. So we need to be very careful right now, in my opinion. And you could see, we're not at the all-time highs for the year, but we're definitely not the all-time lows, and we're much closer to all-time highs than we are all-time lows for the year. So, in my opinion, there's a lot of room to come down. There's a lot of room to come down here, and that leaves me very uncertain, and it leaves me very unconfident in putting my money into this markets right now. So I think it's important to teach you how to protect your money. It's equally as important to teach you how to protect your money as it is to teach you how to make money. And that's what I want to do, is I want to teach you guys how to protect your money, and I want to teach you guys how to make money, and I want to teach you guys how to understand the markets, how to identify momentum in the markets, how to ride momentum in the markets, how to analyze the markets. And that's what we do every single day. CFI. Good morning, Sherry. How you doing? Good morning, Tesla and Beyond Meat. Let's take a look at Tesla. Obviously, Tesla's been an absolute beast right now, right around all-time highs, over $1,000, which I did predict live when it was around 300 with Invest in Millennial. I told you guys I predicted it would go to 1,000. Little did I know it was going to happen this year. I did not know that. But once again, we got this V shape where we got high, we got low here, and now we got high again. So if I was to pull up my indicators on this, you can see that the MACD is very heavily overbought. So be very careful of a trend reversal. It's very likely right now that this is overbought and most likely will come down. Okay, so you could see here when it did get over the 70 mark and it got to 77, it did come down. So we are right now at a very high point here on the RSI, which leads me to believe that this will most likely come down here pretty soon. So I won't be buying Tesla at $1,000 a share. I promise you guys that. I promise you that. Here's Else Nutrition, still at $2. BYND. Here's BYND at $159. Been a huge fan of Beyond Meat. Told you guys about this pick at $80. Obviously, it screamed up to 167. So that's 100% gain since I brought you this pick. It was one of my top 10 stocks earlier in the year. And huge move up from 48 when the market crashed. Same thing, this big V. And now we're even higher than it was before the market crash. So definitely need to be careful here with BYND. Not too sure how much higher it's going to go. It could go a little bit higher, but I also think there's a lot of chance it could come down. So be careful here with Beyond Meat. And another one that's at 63 here on the RSI. So it's definitely approaching overbought territory. So be careful of a trend reversal. This is what I'm trying to say, guys. As a trader, when you start seeing this in the markets, you need to be very careful, extremely careful, because we are not in really a position where you want to be buying anything, in my opinion. CFI. Let's take a look at CFI. I don't see CFI. CFL. Okay, CFL. I don't see CFL either. CLF. You're all over the place with your picks, bud. CLF. Cleveland Cliffs. On the RSI is at 53, so it's right in the middle. So definitely looks like this could go up. You could see the high here of the zone. And you can see the low of the zone. And we're kind of in the middle. So you can really see it. We're kind of right in the middle. So tough play for me at this point. Right in the middle. I don't really see too much momentum up or down yet. So I personally wouldn't buy something like this. Not really setting up for me the way I want, but could be something that you look at. It's just that, it's kind of right in the middle of the zone. So this could really go either way. Why do you like CFL? What is it about the CFL that you like? Johan, you think that HYSR is going to $1? Wow. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Delta 9. I had the CEO on our show just recently, so it was at 48 cents. I told you guys a buy, and now it's at 55 again. So been pretty good with this one. It's doing pretty well, considering the fact that the market's in a weird situation right now. Please talk about CETX. I told you guys about CETX. I like their technology. I like this company. I haven't bought the stock. It's come down since I talked about it. So, it had this big move up, and now it's consolidating. They did raise money at 224. So it's been kind of consolidating since they raised capital. I think it's kind of positioning itself for another run right now. At 52, right in the middle on the RSI, you can see that the MACD is crossing on the way down, so that's very bearish for this to go lower. So I'm hunting this, I'm watching it carefully, and I want to see how low it's going to go. And eventually, if it hits a point where I think, okay, this is the time to get in, that's when I'll position myself. But I'm in no rush right now. I'm staying in cash, and I'm just trying to identify companies that I like. And once I bring you guys a company that I like, it's on my watch list. I hunt it, I watch it, and then if I do position myself in it, I'll let you know. But I'm not really buying. I haven't bought anything this week. Honestly, I haven't. Doug Hall says, I took my profits and going to sit on cash. Very smart, Doug. That's the way to do it, bro. Do I think cannabis stocks will see Tesla prices at their peak? Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. There's no company in the cannabis sector even remotely close to the revenues that Tesla is starting to generate. So, yeah, I don't. It's difficult to anticipate anybody trading at $1,000. The biggest cannabis company in the world is Scott's Miracle Grow, and they're around $100. GW Pharma is around $100. The 100 to 150 range for those two. Those are two IIPR. Those are three of the biggest cannabis companies in the world, and none of them are close to 1,000. So I still think they're a long, long, long ways away to get to those levels. MLFB has been a screamer here, a screaming pick, up 405%. Thank you, Jeff, for this pick. And if I go to markets, we just go to top gainers, see if there's anything moving worth our while here. Look, the Dow Jones is now red. S&P 500 is slightly green. NASDAQ is slightly green. Global Dow is red. Gold is red. And oil is green. So the markets are just so all over the place right now. Really just all over the place. And makes it tough, in my opinion, to trade right now. So that's why I've chosen to just stay in cash until the market shows its hand. It's not really showing its hand right now. It's kind of all over the place. Dylan Fraser says UONE. You won on a run. And UONEX in America. Wow. UONE is not. You weren't kidding about UONE. Up 56% at 1991. Wow. Urban One on a tear. But remember, it just went up to 94 on the RSI, sold off, and is still really high on the RSI. So I wouldn't be chasing this up 56%. If you could have got in earlier and rode this up, great move. But even if you got in and you rode this up, I would not be holding the stock. Would not be holding the stock. I would just get in, take my money, and get out. That's how I would trade the stock. Wow, AEMD is making a big move too right now, up 112% now at $3. AEMD. Dixie Norma says, I bought it when it hit a low and making a few bucks on it, but wondering if I should sell at a 24% profit or wait until I see 33%. Well, what I typically do is when I'm in a stock, then I go into the intervals, short intervals. I go into the 1 minute intervals. I go into the 5 minute intervals. I'm trying to see what they're doing on the short time frame. If on the short time frame, all I see is green, 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 then I'll stay there, right? I'll zoom in and I go to the shorter time frames. So if I'm looking to buy AMD and I see a big red candle, right? Or if I'm in AEMD and this runs up and I'm here and I'm thinking, should I sell? And then I see a big red candle formulating, I'm out, right? And look, it's dropping. So you want to get out before this red candle starts to, really take your profits away. And you want to watch and you want to be selling when you see the RSI reaching that 70 mark, because that's going to be approaching a sell point for institutional investors, shorters, day traders. So once it gets to that point, you want to think about selling. And typically what it does is starts to sell off. It starts to lose steam. So if you're in on a stock and then you're wondering when to sell, jump. I always look at the 1 hour time frame. And then what I do is I go into the 1 minute. And then that tells me a short-term story. And then I go into the 5 minute to tell me, okay, well, in the 5 minutes, still very bullish. Nice big bullish engulfing candle. But then when you go into the 1 minute, you'll see that there was a big red candle. But now look, the next candle looks like it could be opening up green. Oh, there it is, red. So if this maintains red, boom, you want to get out. But if this was green, you would still hold that. There's no reason to sell if you see green. But if you're seeing red like this, you may want to get out of that position. So that's kind of how I go from the larger time frame to the shorter time frame to identify momentum and then determine whether or not I want to get in or out of a stock. But look, this thing is really bullish right now and it's going up. Look at that, screaming up. AEMD is screaming up right now, guys, live. This is the 1 minute candle. Look at it go. Wow, 312. We're up now 120% on AEMD right now. 313. Wow, look at this thing go. Wow, and look, the next green candle's formulating. This thing is just screaming on a tear. There's some very, very bullish candles coming up right now. Good day for AEMD today. People still worried about the coronavirus. Other people should be worried about the coronavirus. How did we lose our worry about the coronavirus? I mean, it hasn't gone away. It's not gone. So yeah, I think people should be worried. And this is why we've been building so aggressively with our trading academy, because people are at home and they're worried about their futures and they want to make money from home. And they decided, why not trade from our phone and make money from home? We're in a global pandemic. These markets are being heavily stimulated. Experts are predicting a crash. So it's like, what do you do as an investor? Let's take a look at Shop. Shop has been one of the top stocks in Canada, if not the #1 stock in Canada, and it just doesn't stop. Look at this thing. Up another 5% today, now at $1,171, and it just keeps going higher. Even though the RSI is at 78, which is completely signaling a sell, this thing just keeps going higher. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you to sell Shop. I'm not even going to tell you to buy Shop, but Shop has been the #1 pick in Canada, and it just never stops. And I'm pretty sure this Shop put a bruising on Citron Research and Andrew Left, because they publicly told everyone in their entire community to short this pick when it was at 192. And it's at now 1,175. That's got to hurt. That's got to hurt. Yeah, you probably don't want to short the hottest stock in the world. Shop is one of the hottest stocks in the world. You don't want to short them. Well, unfortunately, the shorters don't know anything else, so they shorted the hottest stock in the world, and they got squeezed to death. Probably a lot of them went bankrupt, and a lot of them had to lose their shirts. And, in life, you always get what you deserve. So I have no sympathy for the shorts, and I probably wouldn't have shorted the hottest stock in the world. And Shopify is one of the hottest stocks in the world, and it just goes up every single day. It broke 1,000. Now it's already 1,100. Next stop 1,200. You can see it just was at 1,200, and probably next stop will be 1,200, and then maybe it'll go to 2,000. I mean, that's just the reality. You can't stop this freight train. This is one of the hottest stocks in the world right now. Okay. Speaking of hot stocks, MLFB. We were just talking about it when it was up 300%. It's now up 400%. So it's gone up an incredible amount while we've been live. Thank you, Jeff, for this pick. Unbelievable momentum for MLFB. What else is happening in the markets, guys? Let me know and we'll pull it up. What app am I using? This is Webull. This is Webull, guys. People are filing less for unemployment. How is that even possible? I guess people are going back to work. You can see here, baby is starting to climb back up. It did go under $2 today, and see that the RSI was living in the 70 zone or higher, like 86. Eventually had to crash. Institutions saw this. They crashed it down. Now the RSI is back down to 46. So this might be ready for another run up. And if we go to the shorter time frame, see a big green bullish engulfing candle, and it looks like another green candle is starting to formulate. Oh, there's a red one there. So let's take a look at the 5 minute. There's a big green candle there on the 5 minute. And then on the 15 minute, green candle, 30 minute, green candle, 1 hour, green candle. So may have hit the bottom here. We'll see. I mean, it hit 182. That was clearly the bottom for today. But it looks as though it's starting to gain some steam here from these levels. So let's see what it does. Wow. UONE now up 72% at $22. Wow. 21.69. It was at 21.98. Let's see if it hits $22. And then this is the short-term time frame. This is the 1 minute. The 1 minute candles. So it is at 63 on the RSI, so be careful of a trend reversal because it's getting very heavily overbought. If it does hit this zone here, I would expect it to come back down. So there may be a little bit of room to run up here, but I think at some point you're going to see it just come right back down. So we'll continue to watch it. Marvel, MRVL. I talked about Marvel earlier this year. Big fan of them too. You could see when the market crashed, it hit $16. That was the buying opportunity of the century. Like when everything crashed, that was the time to buy everything. So buy the dips, guys. Bought this dip, you would have made a killing. You're up over 100%. And now we're much closer to the top. So this is where you need to be careful, in my opinion. You don't want to be buying up here. Much closer to the top than we are the bottom. Which is why I say, guys, be careful. I wouldn't be buying any of these things at these prices. I'm not interested. And you can see on the RSI that it's really close to the top. So I'm not buying. You know, what am I going to do? Catch this to here? That's okay. Not interested. So wait for another crash and then position yourself. That's really what I'm thinking and why I'm staying in cash right now. Braden's asking about Valens, VLNS. Let's pull it up. Wow, Valens at 259. I mean, it just made a run to 313, and now it's going down to 259. It's probably because of the bad news that Labs had. Labs just reported really poor financials. I don't really see how that affects Valens, but it's an extraction play, so it might have a similar thing. If I wanted to price trap this, I would just go like this. It looks like it's going down, that's for sure. If I want to price trap this, I would go like this. And then I'd just be looking for momentum. Like that. And, oh wow, it just bounced to 260. Interesting. This is how I would price trap this. And I'd be looking for momentum to go either up or down. I don't really like to short stocks too much. I'm more of a buyer. So what I'd be looking for is after all of this sell-off, this is what I look for. After a big sell-off like this, I'd be looking to reposition myself again and buy it to ride it back up. And you can see it did go as low as right here. earlier this week, it did go as low as 234. And if you look at the last 3 months, you can see it's been as low as 192. So it could go even lower. After this big jump up, it could go even lower. I just don't know how low it's going to go. And this cannabis sector is just really finicky right now. There's no consistency to it right now. So it's really difficult to predict where anything's going to go. When the market explodes, it all explodes. When the market crashes, they all seem to crash. When everything's going sideways or just being dead or dull, everything's sideways and being dead or dull. So it seems as though the big money comes into this market together in unison. So right now, just sit in cash, wait for the dips, and try to reposition yourself in the best companies you like at the lowest prices. Got any more of that 3,500 Bitcoin? Well, you know what? I actually get paid in Bitcoin within my trading academy. And if you guys would like to learn how to trade and learn how to do these types of analysis and learn how to understand RSI, MACD, and different indicators, Fibonacci retracements, and I can pull up the fibs right here. This is the Fibonacci on Bitcoin, and I can change the color like this. I can move it over. And go like this. And you can see that right now, Bitcoin is trading right in the 50% zone. So it could go higher, it could go lower, it can go either way. It's kind of right in the middle. So if I was trying to trap this, I would just trap the consolidated zone. This. Let's go like this. And I just trap this consolidated zone. That. And I'm just looking for this to go up or down through the zone. Okay? That's all I'm looking for this to go up or down through the zone. And then if it's going to go up, I'm going to take it for a buy. If it goes down, I just short it, take it for a sell. And we can do that right in our academy. We got the tools to buy and sell Bitcoin all day long. Do I like Bitcoin? Hell yeah. I'm getting paid in Bitcoin in the academy every week. I think today's actually payday. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Bitcoin. I think that, you know, they have incredible upside and incredible potential. Now look at this. U1, Urban 1 is just screaming. The RSI right now is at 65 and Urban 1 is just screaming. Huge bullish engulfing candle. Now at 23.83, up 87%. Wow. This bad boy is screaming, but the RSI is approaching the 70 zone, so be careful. I wouldn't chase it, but look at it go now. Up 100% at $25, now up 100%. Wow. Unbelievable. Crazy move here by Urban 1. Sherry says dips, and stop losses. Yeah, you got to use your stop losses. Buy the dips, use your stop losses to protect your account. And look at this move by Urban 1, now up over 100%. If there's anything else moving that I need to look at, please let me know. Let's just quickly take a look and a glance at the market. Now the Dow is down. So the Dow's been up since we've been live. Now it's down. It's just been a roller coaster. And this is what I'm saying. Like, as a trader, I'm really sitting on the sidelines with a lot of cash right now because I just don't trust this market. But look at this. U1 is just screaming. Now at 26.50, up 108%. This thing is just going. It's absolutely on a tear. Absolutely on a tear. Qualcomm. Qualcomm, QCOM. QCOM at $30.28. I would just trap this, kind of trading sideways. So I would just trap this, go like this, and then I would just be looking for a breakout. If you guys want to learn how to do this, you guys can join our trading academy and we'll teach you this. This is the price trap strategy. And if you would like to learn more about this, like I said, you can join our trading academy and we'll teach you this there. This is Qualcomm. That's what it looks like right now. Wow. U1 is the one that's really moving right now, guys. Look at this thing. Huge bullish engulfing candle. And I guarantee we go to the 1 minute, see all these green, 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 green. And on the 5 minute, huge green candle, very bullish. And on the 1 hour, huge bullish engulfing candle. Now be careful, look, the RSI is at 67, 68 now. So super close to that like sell zone. You would anticipate you're going to see a sell off here soon. Let's see. See what happens. Braden says, also thoughts on AYRO, only been public for 2 weeks after merger with Dropbox. EV producer, electric vehicles producer with only 34 million market cap. CEO said it thinks it will be $1 billion company. Well, every CEO is going to say that. AYRO. AYRO. Thank you for the pick. I'll definitely put him on my watch list. Definitely on a downward trajectory right now. So it's been as high as 875, as low as 180, currently at 259. It's interesting. It's definitely near the low. Definitely near the low. Kind of like that. That's an interesting pick. Thank you for that pick. CARV. Carver Bioscience. Carver Bancorp. Up 24% CARV. Now, I wouldn't chase this. It's up to 97 on the RSI. Very heavily overbought. And you can see what happened. It went all the way up to 22.97 and came all the way back down because it was very heavily overbought. So once you see something that's this high up on the RSI, I would stay away. I wouldn't chase it. But that's just me. Wow, look at this, guys. This is unbelievable. Urban One is now up 122%. This is crazy. Now at $28, Urban One is just screaming. It's officially screaming. And it just hit 69 on the RSI. So you anticipate it's going to come down, but when? Who knows? This thing's just going up 115% now. Crazy. Crazy momentum. Here's ALPN today, guys, up 89%. ALPN up 89%. Also living in the 82 zone on the RSI, so I wouldn't touch it. Definitely selling off from these higher levels, but it's had a nice day today. All right. If there's anything else you guys want me to look at, please let me know. Dish Network is up 7% today at $37. You can see that they've been climbing up. Very bullish move here for Dish. So the same V pattern that you see here was at 42, came down to 17, now back to 37. You know, am I going to buy this knowing that the highest was 42 and we're at 37? No. But if I could have bought this at 17, it would have been an amazing play. Plus the RSI is at 70. I'm not interested, but you guys can do what you choose. FEO. Just want to bring you guys this pick. This is a new IPO here in Canada. Organic iron ore. Currently at 18 cents. Just did an IPO and they've been on a tear, guys. So put them on your watch list. Put them on your radar. They've been doing quite well. What else? Is there anything going on in the marijuana sector? Let's take a look. Yeah, Neo's been on a nice run, Sherry. Thank you for the pick. Yeah, Neo. Neo's been on a very nice run, actually. So percentage gainers, Grow Generation Corp having a nice day, Metagrowth, Ianthus, GW Pharma, Cureleaf, but not much. Labs leading the way in decliners. So just nothing going on in the cannabis sector today at all. Weird, just dead. And what else? ALPN is really screaming right now, up 95%. Here's Urban One now coming down. As you can see, the RSI got to a high point where it eventually had to start coming down, like I was saying. I'm like, I'm not chasing this. But yeah, it has momentum. Neo, let's pull up Neo. As you can see, it's starting to come down now. Neo up 4%. Good call, Sherry. Neo's been on a tear. It was at $1.36 when the market crashed and really made a huge move up to 744 just recently. Now it's 714 and up 4%. Neo, an electric car vehicle company out of Asia, been on a tear ever since it hit those low levels. AFH. Atlas Financial. At $1.06, down 11%. Was at 30 cents, high of 245, and retracted. Still living in the 80 zone on the RSI, way too overbought for me. Not interested in picking up this yet, but definitely one that I could put on my watch list. And a lot of volume, 17 million shares. That's nice. But it had a huge move up, and now it's coming down, so be careful. Yeah, I mean, as a trader, you want to get in, take your profits, get out. That's the best way to trade. Watch out for VBIV today. VBIV. $2.80, up 2%. VBIV vaccines. Thank you for the pick. Very smart. Cancer and COVID candidate. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Anfo Drew. All right, guys. So that's just me looking at the market. Kind of a choppy market. Like, I'm not really calling too many trades this week because, like, what is there to call? The market's just really in a weird spot right now. A lot of people are predicting a crash. Market's being heavily stimulated. Some people think gold's going to scream up, but gold's been down because the market's been crashing. Some people think the oil's going to come up because it's still down. It has to go higher. So the market's just all over the place, and it makes it really difficult for a trader. So be careful, guys. I just ran through a whole bunch of stocks for you. If there's anything else that you guys want me to look at, anything that you think I should be watching, anything that you think is moving, please let me know. We'll continue to bring it up and try to identify for you guys. But honestly, I haven't done one trade this week. I'm staying in cash, and I'm just waiting to see a real trend in the market because I just don't see a real trend. I see a lot of expensive stocks and stocks that I don't think are worth what they're trading at. So that to me is signaling a time where I should be patient. So that's what I'm going to do. Stay patient right now. Stay in cash. Look for opportunities as they present themselves. And as they present themselves, if I see something that I think must be brought to your attention, I'll bring it to your attention. Okay, guys? Thank you guys for watching. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching. We bring in the winners, and we bring them to you first. Every single day, we try to analyze the markets, bring you great companies, undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed first. Stay tuned. I'm going to try to bring some more. Here's ZoomAway Travel. We spoke to the CEO just like a week ago, and now it's at 3.5 cents, up 16%. Very little volume, and it was just at 2 cents. If we can get this thing at 2 cents, I'm all over it. Haven't bought it yet, but if I do, I'll let you know. Here's another one that I've been watching very carefully. IPA had a big move up to $2. Just had a retrace right here. Been on a tear. Put them on your watch list. Put them on your radar. I think there's some big potential here. And IP, Imagination Park. Another one that I brought you guys, like penny stock that I brought you guys really early. Here's Imagination Park. I brought you guys this at a penny, and it's now at 7.5 cents and up 15% on the day. I brought you the stock at a penny. It's now at 7.5 cents. Congratulations to all the members that have taken advantage of this move. And literally it was at a penny just in March. And as you can see now, 7.5 cents. Made a big move. Congratulations to everyone who took advantage of this move. Okay, guys. If there's any other picks that I like, I'll let you guys know. Keep you guys updated. Namaste, Sherry. I'm a big fan of Namaste. I like them. Same thing here. You want to buy low, sell high. If you can get in at 20 cents and ride it up to 71 all day, do that. Right now, 38.5 cents. Might be a nice little dip to position yourself with. I think there's a lot of upside for these guys. But who knows? Stay tuned. Like I said, the cannabis stocks all of a sudden are dead. Not too long ago, they were exploding. Now all of a sudden they're dead. So who the heck knows, right? Stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm staying in cash, guys. I don't trust this market. I'm 70% cash, just holding some stuff that I'm down on, like cannabis stocks, waiting for them to explode patiently. But 70% cash, just waiting for my entries and waiting for the market to kind of show its hand. Because right now, I just don't trust this market. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, smash the like button, comment down below, share this video everywhere. This is Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm out. Peace. Stay safe, everybody. This market is really, really, really choppy right now, and I'd rather stay in cash right now. Okay, guys? This is Rich from Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching. We bring in winners. We bring in the news. We educate you, and we bring it to you first. I'm out. Peace. Oh, look at this. U1 exploded and is now suspended. It exploded. It is now suspended at 94% up. It just got halted. Weird. And shop just doesn't stop. Shop doesn't stop for anybody. Congratulations to everyone or anyone who is taking advantage of the hottest stock in Canada. And I love the fact that it shorted. It squeezed Citron Research like crazy. It's probably one of the worst trade calls Citron Research has made in a long time. He called a short at 192. Clearly got squeezed and got destroyed on this trade. Now at 1,168. Shorting this at 192, probably not a good idea. Just saying. All right, guys. I'm out. Peace. Yo, what's up, Robert? I'll see you later, brother.